is Sai and today we are going to learn ecosystem. All living organism, whether plant or animal or human being, is surrounded by the environment on which it derives its needs for its survival. Each living component interacts with non-living components for the basic requirements from different ecosystems. Like living organisms non-living पे कैसे डिपेंड रहेंगे, मतलब कि वाटर, फिर सनलाइट एक्सेट्रा वो सब यूज़ करके वो लोग सर्वाइव करते हैं. इकोलॉजी इज द स्टडी ऑफ इंटरैक्शंस अमंग ऑर्गेनिज्म और ग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स विद देयर एनवायरनमेंट. द एनवायरनमेंट कंसिस्ट ऑफ बोथ बायोटिक मीन्स लिविंग एंड अबायोटिक मीन्स नॉन लिविंग. Or, in simple, we can say that ecology is the study of ecosystem. What is ecosystem? A functional unit of nature where interactions of living organisms with themselves and with physical environment takes place is called ecosystem. Ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology. The term ecosystem is coined by Tinsley. And it means the study of home. मतलब जहाँ पे living organisms including humans, animal, plants, etc. वो लोग अपने non-living components यानी कि air, water, sunlight, etc. पे depend करके या तो उनसे interact करके उनकी life को survive करेंगे, उसे हम ecosystem बोलेंगे. What are the types of ecosystems? There are 6 types, namely artificial ecosystem, natural ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, and saltwater ecosystem. First, artificial ecosystem. It is the man-made ecosystem, for example, crop field and aquarium. Natural ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, and aquatic ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem means it is classified into forest, grassland, desert, etc. In general, we can say land. Aquatic ecosystem, it is classified into freshwater and saltwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystems includes lentic ponds, lakes, and lotic, that is river, streams. Saltwater ecosystem are wetlands, estuaries, and marine. Stratification means कि अलग लेवल्स पे अलग अलग स्पीशीज या डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स रहेंगे. वर्टिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ डिफरेंट स्पीशीज ऑक्यूपाइंग डिफरेंट लेवल्स इन एन इकोसिस्टम इज कॉल्ड स्ट्रेटिफिकेशन. फॉर एग्जांपल, trees occupy top vertical strata or layer of the forest, shrubs the second, the herbs and the grasses occupy the bottom layers. Structure of ecosystem. The structure of ecosystem consists of biotic and abiotic components. As the name suggests, biotic मतलब वो living होंगे and abiotic मतलब non-living. The biotic components are living. Producers synthesize their own food. Photoautotroph and chemoautotroph. फोटो मतलब लाइट यूज करके कि जो अपना खुद का खाना बनाएंगे उसे हम फोटोऑटोट्रॉफ बोलेंगे, और जो केमिकल्स को यूज करके अपना खाना बनाएंगे उसको हम केमोऑटोट्रॉफ बोलेंगे. कंज्यूमर. प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर्स आर हर्बिवोरस, सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर्स आर प्राइमरी कार्निवोरस एंड टर्शियरी कंज्यूमर आर सेकेंडरी कार्निवोरस. Decomposers. Bacteria and fungi. Decomposers attack the dead bodies of producers and consumers and decompose them into simpler compounds. During the decomposition, inorganic nutrients are released. The inorganic nutrients, together with the organic substances, are then utilized by the producers for the synthesis of their own food. Structure of ecosystem. The abiotic components are the non-living components that are physical and chemical of ecosystem collectively form a community called abiotic components or abiotic community. Examples are climate, soil, water, air, energy, nutrients, etc. First, physical components. They include the energy, climate, raw materials and living space that the biological community needs. They are useful for the growth and maintenance of its member. Examples: air, water, soil, sunlight, etc. Chemical components. They are the sources of essential nutrients. Example: organic substances, which includes protein, lipids, carbohydrates, etc. Inorganic substances, all micronutrients and microelements, and few other elements. Functions of ecosystem. The function of ecosystem is to allow flow of energy and cycling of nutrients. Functions of an ecosystem are of three types: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary function. The primary function of all ecosystem is manufacture of starch, that is photosynthesis. Secondary function. The secondary function of all ecosystem is distribution of energy in the form of food to all consumers. Tertiary function. All living systems die at a particular stage. These dead systems are decomposed to initiate third function of ecosystem, namely cycling. The functioning of an ecosystem may be understood studying the following terms: energy and material flow, food chains, food webs, and food pyramids. The following factors are important for an ecosystem to function as a unit. First, productivity. Second, decomposition. Third, energy flow. And fourth, nutrient cycling. Productivity. The rate of biomass production is called productivity. अब बायोमास मतलब क्या? पर्टिकुलर एक एरिया में टोटल प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स की क्वांटिटी रहेगी, उसको हम बायोमास बोलेंगे. ग्रॉस प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी. The rate of production of organic matter during photosynthesis is called gross primary productivity. Gross primary productivity equals to energy fixed. Net primary productivity means gross primary productivity, that is GPP minus respiration. Secondary productivity. The rate of formation of new organic matter by consumers is called secondary productivity. Composition. The breakdown of complex organic matter into inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water and nutrients, and the process is called decomposition. Steps in decomposition: fragmentation, leaching, catabolism, humidification, and mineralization. Fragmentation. As the name suggests, fragmentation, it means that the breakdown. So, it is the breakdown of detritus into smaller particles by the action of detrivores. Detritus means debris or waste products. Leaching. Leaching means like to suck. So, it is the process by which water-soluble nutrients moves downwards to the soil horizon and are precipitated as unavailable salts. Catabolism. It is the breakdown of detritus into simple organic nutrients by the action of bacterial and fungal enzymes. Humidification. It is the formation of continuous deposition of a dark-colored organic amorphous substance called humus. Humus undergoes very slow decomposition and is highly resistant to microbial action. It is colloidal in nature and therefore serves as a reservoir of nutrients. Mineralization. It is the process by which some microorganisms further break down humus to form simple inorganic nutrients. Humidification and mineralization occur in the soil. All steps of decomposition occur simultaneously on detritus. Here you can see the decomposition cycle. Energy flow. Sun is the ultimate source of energy for all ecosystems on Earth except for the deep sea hydrothermal ecosystem. It is unidirectional flow of energy from sun to producers and then consumers. Therefore, all organisms are directly or indirectly dependent on the sun. Energy flow in ecosystem, that is sunlight. Producers, that are autotrophs, use photosynthesis to create food and produce ATP and NADPH to then form glucose, from which they get energy. Energy flow. Sun, then the sunlight is consumed by producers are consumed by consumers, then decomposers, and then inorganic nutrient pool. All ecosystems follow first and second law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy can be converted from one form to another with the interaction of heat, work, and internal energy. But it can neither be created nor destroyed under any circumstances. The unidirectional flow of energy shows the first law of thermodynamics. As energy from the sun converted into chemical energy by the producers, which are then utilized by the consumers. Energy is neither created nor destroyed at any level. Second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics states that the state of entropy of the entire universe as an isolated system will always increase over time. The second law also states that the changes in the entropy in the universe can never be negative. To counteract the universal tendency toward increasing disorderliness, ecosystems need a constant supply of energy so as to synthesize the molecules they require. Food chain. We have learned earlier in 8th grade or 7th grade that there is a food chain. So, an arrangement of the organisms of an ecological community according to the order of predation in which each uses next usually lower member as a food source. A simple model is shown here that how food, that is energy, and move through an ecosystem. Sun which is consumed, मतलब सन की सनलाइट जो होती है वो कंज्यूम होती है प्रोड्यूसर से यानी कि प्लांट से. वो प्लांट कंज्यूम करेगा प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर दैट इज हर्बीवोर. देन न्यूट्रिएंट्स उसमें से लेगा डिकम्पोजर. फिर वो जाएगा सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर दैट इज ओमनीवोर. हर्बीवोर को ओमनीवोर खाएगा, बाद में ओमनीवोर को कार्निवोर खाएगा, and then carnivore, that is snake, is eaten up by eagle, that is again a tertiary consumer. अब वो कार्निवोर जब मर जाएगा तब उसको डिकम्पोजर्स खा जाएंगे और वो डिकम्पोजर्स सॉइल में जाएंगे and then after it is again returned to the plant, and this way the food chain continues. Producers. All the green plants in the ecosystem that utilize solar energy for photosynthesis. They are always autotrophic. For example, all green plants and trees. Photosynthesis. The green pigments called chlorophyll present in the leaves of the plants converts into CO2 and H2O in the presence of sunlight into carbohydrates. This process is called photosynthesis. Consumers. All heterotrophs are directly or indirectly dependent on plants for food and hence they are called consumers. Depending on their position in the food chain, they can be primary, secondary, tertiary or quaternary. Primary consumers, that is herbivores. The organisms that are directly dependent on the producers. In the above food chain, grasshopper is a primary consumer. Secondary consumer, that is primary carnivores, the organisms that are dependent on primary consumers. Frog in the above example is a secondary consumer. Tertiary consumer or secondary carnivores, the organisms that are dependent on the secondary consumers. Quaternary consumers or tertiary carnivores, the organisms that are dependent on the tertiary consumers. They are usually on the top carnivore in the food chain. A food chain cannot have more than a quaternary consumer as there won't be enough energy left. Food web, a system of interlocking and interdependent food chains. Trophic level, the specific place in a food chain occupied by an organism based on the source of their nutrition or food is called the trophic level. First trophic level, producers occupy the first trophic level. Then second trophic level, the primary consumers. Third trophic level, secondary consumers. Fourth trophic level, tertiary consumers. and fifth trophic level, the quaternary consumers. Inverted pyramid. The pyramid of number in a tree ecosystem is inverted. The pyramid of biomass in sea also inverted because the biomass of fishes is more than phytoplankton. Pyramid of energy is always upright, can never be inverted because when energy flows from a particular trophic level to the next, some energy is always lost as heat at each step. Ecological succession. The gradual and predictable change in the species composition of a given area is called ecological succession. Primary succession, a succession that starts with where there is no living organism. Secondary succession, a succession that starts in area which have lost all the living organisms that existed here. Hydratic succession that takes place in wetter areas. Xeric succession that takes place in dry areas. Pioneer species, the species that invade the bare area, example lichens and phytoplankton. Primary succession on the rocks are lichens which are able to secrete acids to dissolve rock, helping in weathering and soil formation. Weathering means the breakdown of rocks. Ecological pyramid. Graphical representation of energy, biomass or number of different organisms in an ecosystem is in the form of pyramid. Is called ecological pyramid. Characteristic features of ecological pyramids. The base of the pyramid is broad and it is narrow at the apex. The relationship can be expressed in terms of number, energy or biomass. The base of the pyramid represented by producers and apex is the top consumer. Other trophic levels are in between. In most ecosystems, all the pyramids of number, energy and biomass are upright. Nutrient cycling or biogeochemical cycling. Movement of nutrient elements through the various components of an ecosystem as between biotic and non-biotic components. Gaseous cycle which have its reservoir of the nutrient in atmosphere, example carbon cycle and nitrogen cycle. Sedimentary cycle which have its reservoir of the nutrient is earth crust, example phosphorus cycle and sulfur cycle. Carbon cycle. Carbon constitutes 49% of dry weight of organism. 0.003% of carbon dioxide is present in atmosphere. Carbon is fixed in the biosphere through photosynthesis. Carbon returns to the atmosphere as CO2 through respiratory activities of the producers and consumers. Decomposers also contribute some amount of CO2 from dead organic matter. Food, forest fire, combustion of organic matter, fossil fuel and volcanic activity are additional sources for releasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now understanding the carbon cycle. Air, that is atmosphere में से जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड photosynthesis के through plants में जाएगा. Then there will be two processes. फर्स्ट प्लांट्स के रेस्पिरेशन के थ्रू वो वापस एटमॉस्फेयर में चला जाएगा एंड सेकेंड प्लांट्स में से कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स बनेंगे जो एनिमल्स कंज्यूम करेंगे एंड देन they will respire and CO2 goes into atmosphere and the cycle continues. Nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is present in the atmosphere and N2 in large amounts, that is 78%. The nitrogen is present in all biotic components in different forms as food. अब नाइट्रोजन साइकिल कैसे होता है वो हम देखते हैं. ग्रीन प्लांट एटमॉस्फेयर में से नाइट्रोजन कंज्यूम करेंगे एज रॉ मटेरियल फॉर बायोसिंथेसिस ऑफ डिफरेंट फूड, दैट इज अमीनो एसिड, प्रोटीन्स, विटामिन एक्सेट्रा एंड यूज्ड इन मेटाबॉलिज्म. ये फूड चेन के थ्रू मूव होगा. अब जब प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स की डेथ होगी, ये ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन जो डेड टिश्यूज में प्रेजेंट होगा उसका डिकम्पोजिशन होगा बाय माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म। अब ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म कौन से है? तो दे आर अमोनिफाइंग एंड नाइट्रीफाइंग माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स। वो अमोनिया एंड नाइट्रोफाइंग माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म अमोनिया एंड नाइट्रेट्स में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे, एंड देन अगेन अमोनिया, नाइट्राइट्स एंड नाइट्रेट्स फिर से प्लांट्स यूज करेंगे। Some bacteria converts nitrates into molecular nitrogen, that is N2, which is again released back into atmosphere, and the cycle goes on. Nitrogen cycle. Nitrification. The conversion of ammonia into nitrates is termed as nitrification. This is brought about by nitrifying bacteria. Examples: Nitrobacter and Nitrosomonas. Denitrification. The conversion of nitrates into nitrogen is termed as denitrification. This process is brought about by centrifying bacteria. Examples: Pseudomonas and fluorescens. Here you can see the whole chart of nitrogen cycle. Now phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus is a major constituent of organisms. It is found in nucleic acids and cellular energy transfer systems, that is ATP. Many animals also need large quantities of this element to make shells, bones, and teeth. The natural reservoir of phosphorus is rock, in which it contains in the form of phosphate. अब phosphorus cycle की प्रोसेस देखते हैं। जब रॉक्स का ब्रेकडाउन होगा, माइन्यूट अमाउंट्स ऑफ फॉस्फेट्स सॉइल सॉल्यूशन में डिसॉल्व हो जाएंगे, जो फिर वो प्लांट्स के रूट्स को एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे। वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स एंड डेड ऑर्गेनिजम्स का डिकम्पोजिशन फॉस्फेट सोल्यूबलाइजिंग बैक्टीरिया करेगा, जो बाद में फॉस्फोरस रिलीज करेगा। इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज. द प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ इकोसिस्टम प्रोसेसेस आर कॉल्ड ecosystem services. Example: forest ecosystem purify air and water, avoids droughts and flood. It cycle nutrients and generate fertile soils. It provides wildlife habitat, maintain biodiversity, provides storage site for carbon. It also provides aesthetic, cultural and spiritual values. Services of healthy forest ecosystem: mitigation of droughts and floods, purification of air and water, cycling of nutrients, generation of fertile soils, providing habitats to wildlife, maintenance of biodiversity, pollination of crops, to provide storage site for carbon, providing aesthetic, cultural and spiritual values. Thank you. Keep watching the Science Hub.